From century-old eggs to fried tarantulas. In this top 10 video, we take a look at 10 disgusting foods people actually eat. Number 10. Chicken feet. International. Eaten in many countries around the world, the last part of any animal you'd expect to be served are the feet, especially the foot of a chicken. Yet that's exactly what many around the world favour. Believed to be originally eaten during food shortages in Europe, Africa and Asia, people adopted an attitude where they would eat literally anything. To prepare such a delicacy, the skin of the feet is removed, typically by boiling, and the feet are cooked however you like them. Texture-wise, they're reported to be horribly gelatinous, but that's to be expected from cartilage. One thing we know for certain is I don't think McDonald's are going to start selling chicken feet anytime soon. Number 9. Jellied moose nose. Canada. Have you ever thought to yourself what the nose of a moose would taste like? Well, how about the nose of a moose that's being jellied? That's what some people in northern Canada thought would become the next must-try snack. No one really knows how this came about, but it's thought that it was at the time of food shortages in Canada that forced hunters to eat all the parts of the animal and not throw away anything. An original recipe warns the chef that they must take extra care to remove all hair and dirt from the nose, and that you can only claim the nose of a moose as your own if you're the one responsible for killing it. Number 8. ESCAMOLES-MEXICO. Coming next on our list is the Mexican delicacy of escamole. Never heard of it? Neither had we until we decided to research into it. It turns out that this food is actually the edible larvae of a venomous ant, harvested from their nests at the bottom of an agave tree, making it one of the hardest foods to harvest. Dubbed as the Mexican caviar, locals enjoy this delicacy in all sorts of typical Mexican foods as a replacement for beef or beans, such as tacos, enchiladas, and just on their own with spicy sauce. Supposedly they taste like a buttery and nutty cottage cheese, and also have a similar texture. Number 7. SHIRAKO-JAPAN. From the strange ant eggs in Mexico to the downright shocking shirako enjoyed in Japan. What is shirako, you say? Otherwise known as milt, shirako is the genitalia of male fish, aka their sperm sac. Basically, caviar isn't weird enough and we found a way to make it even weirder. This bright white, brain-looking sac, which translates to white children in English, is a popular dish enjoyed in the more traditional sushi kitchens around Japan. After meat consumption was outlawed in Japan in the year 675 under Buddhist rule, meat-eating rebels would serve up every part of the animal so nothing would go to waste. Once meat was legal again, this disgusting dish became popular and has remained popular ever since. Number 6. Eating live insects. International. Number 6 on our list covers a wide range of foods eaten by cultures all around the world. What makes it disgusting is when eaten without the insects being cooked and in most cases still alive. Officially known as entomophagy, the consumption of insects by humans is, we think, deserving of a spot on our list. According to the history books, humans have always eaten insects, with recorded use of them as food dating back to the prehistoric period. Tempting recipes include cooking them with butter, frying them or mushing them into a paste and using it like peanut butter. Despite this, some really have decided to skip the cooking and gorge themselves on grubs and moths while still alive. However, with an increase of pesticides, this can actually potentially present a poison risk. So if you're going to try live bugs, go organic. Number 5. Tarantulas. Cambodia. This one, while there is no doubt it's truly disgusting, will probably be more terrifying than disgusting to some. A common theme on this list is that these foods were first eaten in a time of food shortages, and this is no different. In Cambodia, particularly the town of Sukhon, the spider has made its way from the forest to the dinner plate. Originally, it was seen as a meal when there was literally nothing else to eat, but now There's even special farms for the tarantulas, who are bred in holes and tossed into a pan of hot oil until stiff and crispy. Despite its place in Cambodia's past, it wasn't until the late 90s that the dish really took off. Although some locals advise against it, as none of the spider's organs, eggs or poo are removed. Number 4. Airag, Mongolia. Coming in at number 4 on our list is a 2-in-1 from Mongolia. Made from fermented horse milk, Airag is both a hardened rind, like the crust of cheese, and also an alcoholic milk drink. The edible but disgusting rind occurs in the process of making the drink and is considered the real delicacy. Mongolians have been milking horses and drinking the end result for as far back as the history books go. And since the 500s, the records show that they've been fermenting it, just like a beer or wine. The sugars in the milk mean that when it is left covered for a few weeks, it turns into an alcoholic beverage somewhere between 4 and 15% in strength, with a gone-off milk taste and an alcoholic zing. The rind is consumed so that nothing goes to waste, and is a bit like stiff cardboard once dried. Number 3. Century Egg, China. Taking third on our podium is the infamous century egg, which is mostly eaten in China, and due to the recent viral status, has been tried all around the world. This has to be one of the most bizarre foods to prepare. Century eggs take about 4 to 5 weeks to make, and not 100 years as the name suggests. There are various methods of creation, all of which start with a duck or chicken egg that is left in salt water infused with ash, clay, dirt, lime, and then wrapping the egg in rice husks. The recipe has not changed for 500 years, since a farmer found some eggs preserved in a pool of mud, and out of curiosity, tried one. Upon returning home, he set out to recreate the egg that he tasted while working, and the rotten egg has stood the test of time, proving to become one of China's strangest comfort foods for over 500 years now. Supposedly, if you like boiled eggs, you might, and we stress might, enjoy this. So as long as you don't mind the idea of eating rotten eggs, give it a go. What's worse is that this isn't even the most disgusting food related to eggs on this list, but more on that later. Number 2. Live squid and octopus, Japan and Korea. Before we get to another egg eaten long after it's gone bad, in second place we find something that isn't even dead yet. If you've ever walked past the fish aisle and been put off by the horrible smell and dead animals, then you definitely wouldn't want to try this dish. At number 2 on our list is the mostly Korean and Japanese act of eating, not cooked, but live octopus and squid, whole. The Japanese have a dish named sandukiki that involves eating octopus while its nerves are still twitching. But if that's not enough for you, then in the more daring fish markets, you can enjoy live baby octopus and squid. The first struggle is to pry the tentacled animal out of the bowl it's served in, as it clings on. The second is to get it down your throat without it sucking on or choking you. There are countless videos of people eating this supposed delicacy on the internet if you want to see how cruel and disgusting it is, but we advise you probably stay away from those. There's not a lot to say about the taste of this dish, other than it's like a fresher experience of seafood, with added brains and guts and slimy stuff. Squid and octopuses are some of the most intelligent, sensitive creatures in the world, and to eat them alive is beyond cruel and torturous. Number 1. Balut, Philippines. To take number 1 on this list, a list with live insects, rotten eggs, and fish sperm, is truly an achievement. Not necessarily the achievement of a lifetime, but this item is definitely in the Hall of Fame, even if it's for being truly the most disgusting food in the world. Those of you who felt the need to vomit know exactly what it is. For those of you that didn't, balut is an egg that, unlike the rotten century egg, has been allowed to develop till just before hatching. Then with the fully formed embryo inside, sometimes feathers, beak, is boiled to cook the egg, making it safe to eat. This has to be the most disgusting food in the world, with a range of responses from instant sickness to some rare individuals saying it's delicious. Those who dare to try balut must first drink its soup, aka the thick jelly-like liquid that forms inside the shell. before they can begin to munch down on the embryo, which has a reported creamy texture. Legend has it that balut originated as an attempt at a hangover cure, but it was also apparently an aphrodisiac. We hope you're with us when we say that no matter how hungry you are, it just isn't worth it. Okay guys, that's it for this video. Comment down below which food on this list you thought was the most disgusting and why. Give the video a like or a dislike, let us know what you thought. Make sure you subscribe for more videos, and we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.